Hey Mizzou fans, Mark Fitzpatrick with Tiger Club of Kansas City. It is Tuesday, December 10th, a big day for Mizzou sports, and our guest speaker today, who better than Jeremy Crabtree, local recruiting expert and KMBC digital guy. New coach from Mizzou, a lot to talk about today, a little bit different than your normal visits to see us.
Oh, no question. Usually I'm talking about all the kids that are committed, but we have a new head coach to talk about, and Eli Drinkwitz, I was impressed. I saw the press conference. He said all of the things, if I'm a Missouri fan, I am fired up about. Trying to talk about reigniting the passion, talked about, most importantly, recruiting and winning the in-state recruiting battles, Kansas City, St. Louis, North, South. He said all the right things. If I'm a Missouri fan, I'm very fired up.
How tough is it to recruit now as a new coach with the signing date a week away?
It's almost impossible, to tell you the truth, because he's got being pulled so many different directions and has 6-7 days to kind of piece a class together. The first priority is getting all the kids that were already committed on board, deciding if these are the guys that you want to be part of the program. And I'm sure he will keep almost all of those kids, because if they stayed loyal at this point, you want to honor that as part of it sends a message to the other recruits that they're loyal. So you'll want to sell those up, but he's also got to figure out how to get assistant coaches on board, figure out who his coordinators are all doing, then somehow also figure out what the deficiencies are rather quickly. So he's going to be drinking a lot of coffee this next week, but the good news is that there is the later signing period, and there will be some other kids that he could potentially go after December 18th.
Mizzou has about 14 or 15 kids committed and soft commitments. Some are sticking with it. A couple of names that we should look for.
Well, the Hester kid's the one that I'm most concerned about if I'm a Tiger fan. He's a difference maker, the receiver, athlete down in the Tulsa area. He has been very adamant that he's going to look around ever since this change happened, and if I am Drinkwitz, I am getting on a plane and getting to Tulsa right away. But I think also it's not just names, but I think it's going out and getting into the high schools in Kansas City and St. Louis. Get that face time with those high school coaches rather quickly, because they're the ones that are the gatekeepers. They're the ones that will help you win the recruiting battles, even if it's not short term but long term. But get it done and get it done quickly.
And from what I heard today, he definitely won the press conference.
Oh gosh, yes, no question about that at all.
Most of the kids locally for the class of 20 are committed. Talk about a couple of juniors in the area that will be excited.
Well, the most exciting name that I think folks will be excited about, because he's going to be recruited on a national level, is Arlen Bruce, the 4th or 5th at Olathe North, the favorite for the Simone Award winner, the running back athlete. Had almost 70 touchdowns this season and is just electric, on course to be over the 100 touchdown mark in his career. So he's the name that will be heavily recruited as a senior coming up next year. We'll see some new names pop up. Tank Young at St. Thomas Aquinas is another name that has been around for years. He's starting to pick up some steam and get more scholarship offers. Missouri side, locally, we're going to have to wait and see a little bit, because it looks more Kansas heavy than it is on the Missouri side heavy for once, because usually it's all Missouri and then there's some good Kansas kids, but it looks like the Kansas side is heavier from talent in this 2021 class.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
There is nobody better in the country than this guy. Would you agree?
I didn't pay you to say that.
He is the best. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. Hey, next week we're going to switch our emphasis to the NFL. Jeff Chadia and Adam Teicher, both NFL national writers who live in Kansas City, will be here at the Tiger Club. More information on membership, other activities, check us out at kctigerclub.com.